June comes with amazing opportunities for foragers to learn about many new wild edibles and experiment recipes. Lucky for me, this summer so far has been the warmest in southern Norway, which comes with an abundance of plants, herbs and flowers. Buckle up friends, as I will show you what you can forage in June and share with you some delicious recipes. First thing that would naturally catch anyone's attention in late May, early June is the lilac. Cities burst into purple flower and you can literally breathe this fabulous smell unintentionally. I was traveling around that time so I didn't have time to use it in the kitchen, but you can absolutely make lilac cordial or syrup using the flowers. Hopefully I can do so next year. There are some plants that you can keep foraging in late spring and early summer. Cleaver is one of them. This sticky plant can be eaten cooked in spring. Nevertheless, as summer comes around, the leaves and the stem becomes less tender and palatable. Cleaver is actually in the same family as the coffee, so you can collect, dry and roast the sticky seed pods to use as coffee substitute. However, the most common ways to use this medicinal plant are either as tea or soaking in water to add flavor, which is what I'm doing today. Let it soak in cold water for 6 hours or overnight and strain afterwards. You will get a cucumber-like taste but also melony hint to it. There are definite layers to this taste, which is difficult to explain, so I suggest you try it yourself. I have been waiting for this moment all my life. Sorry, just kidding. But yes, I've been waiting for the elderflowers to bloom since last winter. My YouTube feed was full of it. Everyone was praising how a delicious and rich taste it has, so I had to try. I will be honest, I hated the smell at first. After foraging, I put the flowers in a vase to keep them fresh until I have time to make sherbet. The same day I went out again and came back, thanks to long days of summer. As I walked in, a weird smell caught me off guard. I checked around the house trying to find a poop or a puke, as I have these lovely 2 cats. I checked the cat litter to see if I forgot to clean it, but no, it was neither of those. It was elderflower. I believe the scent of it make a person either love it or hate it. Let me know if you are a lover or hater. I kept using the flower later several times as I want to preserve the flower for winter teas. That got me used to its fragrance. So yeah, I made my peace with it, but trust me, no matter you love or hate the scent, you will surely love the taste. There are so many things you can add this sherbet into. I later made a mixed sherbet from elderflower and meadowsweet flowers, but this will be in the July foraging video, so stay tuned for that. It only gets crazier. I used it as a flavor in Melon Milkshake, such a summer treat. You should keep this sherbet in the fridge for about 10 days at max, but better way to store it is to make ice cubes. If you don't have many ice cube tray, you can freeze a batch and put them in a plastic bag to preserve in the freezer. I just thought of that and immediately regretting that I didn't do it myself. Anyways, lessons for the future. Roses bloomed finally and I'm in love with them. Aside from their fragrance, we Turkish people love to use it in the kitchen. Rose water is a traditional delicacy we incorporate into our beloved desserts like lokum, also known as Turkish delight, milk puddings and Ramadan's absolute dessert, güllaç. To make rose water at home, place rose petals and water in a saucepan with a small container in the center to collect the distilled water. Cover the pan with the lid upside down so the condensed vapor drips into the container, and place ice cubes on top of the lid to speed up condensation. I wanted to make a sweet rose extract by rubbing the fresh petals with granulated sugar and lemon juice until they become mushy and release all of their color and scent. Covered it with a stretch film and let it rest in fridge overnight. Note here that I collected the petals right from the flower head, instead of snipping them off. It's important to leave the rose hip and a couple of petals to let bees and insects to still be able to spot the flower. The majority of the petals I collected are from beach rose, which has 5 petals most of the time, so I left only 1 petal intact. The next day I strained it and use this extract as cordial. The ratio I relied on was so wrong. It was so strong that I had to add water many times to be able to drink it. I admit I was blinded by my love for the rose and overdid. The leftover rose petals from this recipe were used later to make herbal tea, but you can use them or the leftovers from rose water recipe to actually make rose jam, because traditionally it is more convenient to steep the petals beforehand. However, I used fresh petals for my jam and it seems to be alright. Since jams get thicker when they are cold, it's usually hard to decide if you have the correct consistency while you are cooking it. But there's a way to test this. Take 1 or 2 spoons of sample from your jam and place it in a different container with cold water in it. In a couple of minutes it will get colder and the jam will show its actual consistency. Cuckoo flower is something I use to garnish my salads and other dishes. Its leaves are edible, but I've never tried it so far. Here I garnish my pasta with the flowers. Another plant that can be foraged throughout the spring and summer is common sorrel. Sheep sorrel can be added into this section too. I already have a video sharing common sorrel pesto recipe that you can find on the top right corner or in the video description. One of the most thrilling things about foraging is to come across a new recipe with a plant you knew for a long time, or better, a new plant to experiment with. Common sorrel is a nice addition to green salads, with its sour taste, but I was searching for a better way to use it. Thought outside the box and made the common sorrel pesto. It's one of my absolute favorite recipes, and I urge you to take a look at it. Aside from that, I used this tart leafy green in burgers instead of lettuce, and on the bread. I made this quick breakfast when I was on a trip to Ålesund at the cabin. In June, you can find this young pine cone to collect its pollens all around Norway and Europe. Add nettle to the list of plants you can forage all year except winter. Of course, it is the tastiest if collected in spring, but you can still enjoy it in the coming seasons. I have a traditional Turkish nettle pudding and cordial recipe available in short form. You may like to check them out. In June and throughout the summer, you can forage the seeds from female plant, dry them as grains for winter, or use right away in your smoothies, oatmeal, and so on. This is my batch that I've been drying. The stems can be stored as well for making tea. Clovers are very beneficial as tea components, and I explained its advantages in my floral tea shorts. The flowers and the leaves are edible, and you can enjoy this flower during all seasons except winter. You can find the 4-leaf clover if you are lucky while foraging. Due to the climate, Norway is 1 or 2 months behind when it comes to the strawberries, but it's worth waiting. I've made a panna cotta with foraged ingredients and wild berries recently and shared the recipe in my channel. You can find these spotted leaves in June on the grasslands. These likely belong to Marsh Orchid or common spotted orchid. Avoid stepping on them if you ever notice. You can enjoy smelling and watching their gorgeous beauty in July. Lupines are such nice looking flowers. They have a large variety of colors, and every summer I collect them to put in vase in the house just to make my house smell much better and look much nicer. Certain varieties of lupine, the seeds are edible. However, other varieties are poisonous, so I wouldn't risk collecting or trying to eat it. Plus, they look much nicer on the table. It is an invasive and unwanted plant, especially in Norway. Frankly, you can collect as many as you want without worrying about destroying their habitat. The last plant I introduced today is Bellis perennis, also known as common daisy. You can eat the flower and the leaf, you can garnish your salads with this, you can make herbal tea, which is how I'm using it most of the time, or you can brew a tea and use the water to bleach your hair. I was really busy during June, so this video came a little late, but hopefully I will be posting July foraging video in next week. See you then, bye!